Hey, beautiful.
Hope is all we have, all we need on this journey. Love is what we give when we receive, so keep it burning. Gift your soul and let it be. Soon you'll find your gift of legacy. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you.
Faith will keep you strong where you belong. Just believe it. Dreams to help you grow, to reap and sow. You receive it.
So gift your soul and let it be. Soon you'll find your gift of legacy. I'm ready to color my world, ready to give to you. I'm ready to color my world, ready to Good evening, everybody. How is the Legacy family this evening?
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, Stephen and Vinesh. So awesome to meet you guys. And lovely to have Jenny with us as well. So we're new to StreamYard, so we've been playing around. And what I was going to say is that when we are talking, can the other people mute their microphones because I can hear myself? And then I wanted to say for the first 5 people that click the link that want to be on camera with us, I'm going to share the link in the chat. And the first 5 people that click on it will be able to share the screen so that we can cater for Stephen and Vinesh so we can see each other's expressions and share the love. So I'm going to share the link and you'll just click on it and you'll become a guest with us on screen. Hello, Chris.
Make sure you got your clothes on.
It's not mandatory.
Well, it's boiling hot here in South Africa. Yeah, I've got a torch because we had a bit got no power. So yeah, I'm on the torch here. So I'm just keeping it that I can study my eyes. There we go. Cool. So in case you guys are wondering about my background, it's not by design. It's my default. We've got Louise. Let's add Louise onto the. There we go.
Hello. Where's Mia?
Just messaging her to say, get on. The other people are going to jump on ahead of you, Loris. We need you here. Raving fan number 1.
Those of you that want to join us, click the link and come and join us. We still have a couple of spots available on camera.
4 more spots. There we go.
So back by popular demand, hey? Sure. Very exciting. 3rd week in a row. Fantastic.
Yeah, well, how are we gonna kick it off is talking about the 30-day challenge, which is so many people have decided to participate and have a lot of fun with it, and it's going back to basics, so to speak. I did the training on Wednesday where we kicked it off, and I was talking about the psychology behind your name list. And when we talk about a name list, we've got to start thinking a little bit differently, a little bit out the box. I was just chatting to Jenny before we got onto the call, and Jenny was saying that we mustn't think of a traditional name list in way of, okay, fine, you've got your phone contacts, and that's where we kind of like focus on. But we've got to think about how long we've been on this planet for, and the amount of people we've met along our journey. Mm-hmm. And this is people that you've got, friends that you've got on Instagram, Facebook, people that you've met along your journey. During the course of the weekend, I just realized I've got a pack of about 400 business cards, traditional paper business cards there we go, normal business cards of people that I've met along the way the last like 15, 20 years. And I've got like packs and packs and packs of them. And I forgot about them, and I'm going to be connecting with people this week. So it's thinking out your box from the point of view of a name list of how many friends do you have on Facebook? People have got hundreds of people. So maybe during our talk, maybe Jenny can step in there and give us some insight on how she's connected with her Facebook contacts.
Yeah,
and then
I'm so glad you mentioned that because. For those of you that don't know me, I don't come from a network marketing background. I come from the beauty industry. And when I walked away from my salon, I walked away from my relationships with all my clients. And some of them were 17 years. But I had to just make a clean break because I wanted to leave the industry. So what I've been doing is I've definitely been motivated by these 3 guys, Chris and Vinesh and Stephen. Your team is absolutely rocking and I want the same. So I don't want to join you because I want to create my own. Sorry. And we can. And that's the beauty because I'm always banging on about it's not who you join, it's who you bring in with you. So now I'm going to talk the talk and walk the walk. And because I don't come from a network marketing background, every time I feel myself starting to try to convince someone, I go into that energy and it freaks me out. So I'm doing things out of the box. I'm writing my name list, but I'm actually doing it in a longer way. You know, I'm writing down names and I'm phoning 2 to 5 people a day. I've got to be realistic with myself. And I'm just connecting. I'm just saying, hey, your name popped out on my phone. How are you doing? What are you up to? And if it takes me 3 or 4 phone calls to certain people that I'm connecting with and I can feel the vibration, then that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to be able to send the link tree to any person that I haven't spoken to for 2 years. So I've really got to go the long way and make these connections first. Make them remember who I am. Make them remember, like Stephen said, people join because they trust him. That is so important. It really gave me a lot of food for thought because people trusted me with their hair. Now, if you're a woman, you know that is something really, really hectic. If you can trust someone with their hair, why can't you trust them to come on a journey of abundance? So I've got to just mend those relationships and build them slowly. And if it takes me 6 months, then it takes me 6 months. Chris will probably be receiving 3 times on the platinum board, but I'm going to build this the way that I'm comfortable with so that I don't sound like MLM or, you know, it comes from MLM, the 100 name list, but we don't have to make it MLM. That's all I want to say from my side.
Thanks, Wingman. I'm glad you actually brought that up because looking at the messages that I sent to people, that was easy sending the link tree because I've been in contact with them in the last 3-4 months, right? But now going into the people that I haven't spoken to them for a while, I realized I can't just send them a link tree. That's going to be quite rude. So I'm on the same page as you. I've got to first talk to them. How's it? How are you doing? So it might be a couple of messages first and doing a bit of a catch up. I see Vinesh nodding his head there. Otherwise, it's going to come across a bit quite weird. Like you haven't spoken in 2 years, and all of a sudden you get a link. A person will get probably quite offended. So you got to start building on that relationship first. And also, you know, what I've learned in my life as well is the power of questions. If you guys knew how powerful questions are, because what I did as well is I spoke to somebody today and I said, do you mind if I send you a link? And they said, yeah, Chris, thank you. That'll be awesome. They've now given me permission to send something to them so it doesn't come across all spamish. And also finding out where are people, where have they been, how are their jobs going, how is work going, how's the economy going. You know, I think that's the topic on everybody's top of mind right now. And everybody's taking strain. And, you know, this is where we have the answer. So I thought I'd just chuck that in. So without any further ado, I'm going to, for the 3rd time, welcome, Stephen and Vinesh. I think Vinesh is going to take it away first. Let's take it away and give us your insight on a 30-day challenge and a name list and contacting people and that type of thing. Let's get into some really cool nuts and bolts. Over to you, Vinesh.
Hey, thank you very much. So thank you very much, Chris. Thank you very much, Candice. Those are the really deep insights, both of you sharing some profound nuggets. But before we kick off, always to have a little bit of fun, may I ask you, which would you prefer to share with us? Your age or your weight? Go choose a number. We will guess if it's your age or your weight. Go to the chat box. Give us a number. Let's have fun. Fabulous. Thank you. I'd love to see those numbers coming through. Lovely stuff, good people. Bring them on. Bring them on. Your age or your weight. Give me a number. You don't have to tell us which it is. Second fun question. If you could be, if you could have to dinner any person, past, present, or future, who would you invite for the final supper at your house? If you had 9 wise men or women and you had 1 space over, who would you guarantee to be at your dinner table this weekend? Go ahead. Stephen, 58 kilograms light little chap. 16 years old. 58 kilograms. That's beautiful. I guess Kansas all of 26 kilograms. Laurice, does that make you 17 kilograms? All right. Hey, thank you very much. I'm not seeing enough chat coming through. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Laurice 5050. Candace, love that. Cans, you all echoing. Gosh, I'm so sorry we're echoing. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, Dorothy, Anthea, MMM Global, Ger Kutsia, St. Germain, my table. 42 years strong, Krista. David Russo, my age and my weight is the same. Hoorah, you got it right, sir. Glenn Harris, thank you very much. Sebolaishi Modiba, thank you very much. The summer of 69. Did I miss anybody? Hey, thank you. Appreciate you all. Thank you very much for playing along and sharing. I want to start off by saying that, asking you this question: what is the end game of this? What is the end game of Gift of Legacy? What is your end game? What is your end game, my friends? Some people are happy to make a couple of dollars. Some people are happy to make a couple of $1,000, and some people want to make tens of thousands of dollars. And that's on the economic side. What about on the gifting side? What is your end game? And the reason I ask this is because it ties in to this whole pitch presentation, leading with questions so that we can take people through this 30-day challenge. It's a wonderful challenge. And for those of you who have not gotten onto it, tonight's actually another opportunity for you to make the decision, make the commitment so you can take yourself and this opportunity forward. If the ultimate objective is to get through the platinum board several times, then you have to walk the talk. I like what Can said about talking the talk and walking the talk. You got to walk the talk. So the end game is that you have to be closed on the opportunity. You have to be sold on this gifting platform. You have to be sold on the benefits it makes to mankind. You have to be sold about the financial freedom it will give you. You have to be sold that you can help uplift hundreds, maybe even thousands of people, but you have to be sold. There's no room for doubt, uncertainty, because if there is, it's going to be a little harder to convince someone if you yourself are not convinced. You can only transfer energy, belief, and certainty if you have it. Otherwise, it comes across as uncertain, doubtful, and people become skeptical about you because why is he messaging me a video link out of the blue? Is this another scam Vinesh is running? Haha, yep. So I love that concept of selling yourself every single day. Stephen did a presentation about 2 weeks ago about the 5 imperatives for great salespeople. You want to own that, you want to live that, you want to be that. And it is so powerful that I encourage you that if you don't have them yet, we'll put them in the chat box or put it on the WhatsApp group so you can get them just as a refresher. So number 1 is get yourself sold. And what does sold mean? It means committed. What does committed mean? I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do the 30-day challenge. So can I ask for your commitment? It's very early, but always be closing because that is part of this presentation. I'm closing you now on getting you involved in the 30-day challenge. Can we go to the chat box? And I want to ask you, are you closed? Are you committed? Are you committed to the 30-day challenge? If you are, give me a yes, give me 100%, give me a heart, give me something that tells me that you are committed. Lande Yache, 39 years young. Elodie Misdorf, 49. Beverly, platinum several times. Hey, when I grow up, I want to be just like you. Woo, GL Gifted Community, 110 million trillion. I sound like Jacob Zuma, gazillion. Working on it, Jan. Thank you very much. Atta, are you committed? Lahan, are you committed? Yes. The more committed you are, the easier it is to transfer this belief and this opportunity to other people. The reason why people trust Stephen, not only is he credible, but he believes in this thing so much that sometimes even I think, shit, he sounds like a founder. Hey, founders, beware. He's convinced and convicted, and he believes in this thing. And he's going hard at it because he's got so much conviction. So that's number 1. Number 2, if you want to target your 100 people every single day, we have many platforms. You have WhatsApp, you have your phone list, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, you have so many things. But beware. The cold call where you're reaching out to somebody you spoke to 5 years ago, trying to sell something cold, a cold product to a cold market. Hey, you're going to get polarized. Not polarized, you're going to get polarized. Because there is no, that person's going to be out of rapport with you and out of rapport with that opportunity. So you want to warm up your prospects. You want to lead them down a journey. And I love what both Chris and Candice were sharing about warming up things before presenting opportunities, leading into the next part of this, and that is leading with questions. You may or may not have heard me tell the story, but I'll tell it for emphasis on the power you have as a gifter, the power you have as a builder, the power you have as bringing people into this community. Now, what is that power? It's the ability to ask great closing questions. So tonight I'm talking closing yourself on the opportunity, closing the gap between a cold market and a hot market, and thirdly, leading with questions, asking closing questions. Here's the story. The 1980s, by the way, who of you were privileged and owned a Britannica or other version of a cyclopedia? If you did, go yes, yes, yes. Because if you owned a Britannica or other type of encyclopedia, you were uber privileged. Ooh, yeah, Elodie says, I had one of those. Who else had an encyclopedia? And of course, we're giving our age away because the Gen Z people, they've got Auntie Gugu, and Auntie Gugu knows everything, right? Yep. So remember now that it's 1980, 1979. There's television in South Africa would run Monday to Friday till 6 p.m. and the TV would shut down or something like that. And on Saturday, the town was open for shopping for the morning only from 9 a.m. till about 1 p.m. And once that shut down, the whole world shut down. But think about it, 1979, 1980. If you had kids and they needed to do homework, tutorials, assignments, prepare for exams, speeches, presentations, proposals, where would they get this information from, considering most parents were not the most educated? So Britannica Encyclopedia realized we've got a great opportunity. Just like the founders of Gift of Legacy realized there's a great opportunity. There's a need in the market to help people uplift themselves. The old economy is dying and not working anymore. We've got a new economy. It will work. It can work. There's a gap, an opportunity. Let us fill it. Britannica Encyclopedia then print these things ceiling high, boxes all around warehouses in the US from state to state, and they hit the market to sell. And 6 months later, sales are failing. The market research team gathers, they call the executives and they have a meeting and they say, number one, our market research is on point. There's a demand for the product. Our market research says that it's the right price for the product. Our market research says people are willing to pay for this product because they value education as a gift. Well, understanding that, the question was, why are we not selling? So the executives called in a company to do a needs analysis to find the gap, to help them close the gap between demand and closed sales. Because we all agree there's a demand for money in the world. Everybody could do with $100, $500, $5,000, $50,000. Yep, everybody on this planet wants some moolah. Everybody, from the beggar to the priest and everyone in between. They all want your money. So here comes this marketing company that is outsourced to Britannica Encyclopedia. They hear the story and they said, give us 20 days, we'll come back to you. 2 weeks later, they come back with a sales process that begins as follows. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, good evening, Laurice. Do you live here, ma'am? Qualifying question number one. They're going door to door. Do you live here, ma'am? Why is it important that she lives there? Because if she doesn't live there, she'll take the books and not pay. Or I can't sell to her because I can't follow her up. Laurice, when she says yes, Laurice, if you had kids, you would agree education is the best gift a parent would give kids. Isn't that correct? Yes. And Laurice, on Saturday, when you want to watch the rugby with your band and you want to braai and entertain your guests or have a barbecue with your guests and you want to watch NFL and you want to watch hoops with the Bulls or the Lakers, whoever you support, you don't want to be distracted doing kids' homework. You want to have fun with your friends, yes? Yes. And you do want your kids to get A's, B's, and great results. Yes, yes. And if you could, you want them to be doctors, lawyers, upstanding citizens of society that respects your family. Yes. At the end of 20 great questions, think of a game of checkers or chess and the person's in checkmate. They've answered yes 20 times. They've qualified themselves in 20 times that it's impossible for them to say no. At the end of that sale, the salesperson walks away with the check, because they were still good those days. I don't know if any of you gift of legacy friends will take post-dated checks. I'm sending them. Just confirm me on your board. In South Africa, we don't take checks anymore because of fraud. But where I was going is the salesman has the money, the family has the books, sale closed, because there were 20 questions to close the prospect into the product. Now, you may not start there. You may have to go way up front. Hey, Johnny, I was thinking of you. Last year, December, we were climbing Kilimanjaro together. How is your ankle? It's an engaging question to start a conversation. How's your wife? What are you climbing this month? What are you climbing this year? And from that, start building up that conversation. And today, Stephen's going to take you through a fantastic process to garner you, to commit you, to get you accountable and active. Because if you're not closed, if you're not convinced, you certainly cannot convince anyone else. So with that, I want to give you the following gift as I part and hand over to Stephen. Number one, playful out for this 30 days. If that's the only time you can give, and I think it's an hour a day, give or take. If you want to be an overachiever, give it 2 hours. If you really got time in your hands, give it all day. But if you could find an hour a day and sacrifice 1 hour out of 24 for a period of 30 days consecutively, and imagine if you touched 1,000 lives or 2,000. Today, Stephen and I went to our phone books, and he was saying, do you know how many contacts I have in my phone book, Vinesh? I went, no, I don't. And I think he said something like more than 1,400. I don't have the number offhand, but he gave me a mind-blowing number. Now, I have something like 2,000 on my phone. Imagine if I gave every single person the opportunity in this 30 days. Imagine that if only 10% of them were interested. And imagine if I only closed 10% of them. And those are really sucky numbers. Because if you're any good, you'll close at a higher rate. My friends, you can sell or you can be sold. You can either take action or you can make excuses. But this 30 days, if you're really a gifter and you have the spirit of Ubuntu, how do you explain Ubuntu to the Americans? The spirit of giving, the spirit of community, sharing, communal sharing. If you really have that in your heart and you want to take people out of the muddy waters of survival and the suffering of the middle class, because you know the middle class is 1 or 2 or 3 paychecks away from broke, right? They're a couple of paychecks away from insolvency. And we want to help people get out of the rat race. If you really believe that, then you will commit yourself for 30 days to give yourself the gift of 1 hour a day, focused on the work, giving yourself, applying yourself. You know, most of us we give more of our lives to the days of other people's lives. We give more of our lives to Netflix. We give more of our lives perhaps to the dog and going for a 2-hour walk in the mountains. We give more of our lives, running a treadmill. The treadmill's not going away. The 30 days will pass. Let's make it count. So with that, playful out, number one. Number two, reach out to your community. If you're not with Stephen and I, whatever community you are in, collaborate, have working sessions, work together. And number three, do not become despondent after 3 or 4 days of no activity from the other side. Of course, people are going to have to be skeptical. I was saying to Stephen today that people are skeptical. They've been burnt by so many other fads, so many other scams. And also, now with the world of social media, the internet, everything blows up, right? So you're constantly bombarded why things don't work. And you go, I need to give them $100 and I may lose it. So if people get negative on you, that's on them, not on you. Don't take that baggage. Don't carry it home with you. Don't let it depress you that people are not interested in this opportunity. I promise you the right people are. And that's what you're looking for. In prospecting, diamond prospectors are looking for something specific. Gold prospectors are looking for something specific. Gift of legacy prospectors are looking for something specific. One person, my apologies, 2 people, $100, and 2 people who can bring 2 people. It's not that rocket sciencey, right? Even a dumb guy like me who didn't go to school can figure this shit out. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let me help you welcome my friend and partner, coming in loud and proud all the way from the south of Johannesburg. He is a world karateka. He will kick you, whack you, slap you, bang you, punch you down until you submit to the sale. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and help me in welcoming the amazing, the charming, all the way from the south, Mr. Stephen Van Basten. Boo!
So just want to ask you, thank you very much. Firstly, can you hear me? Just give us an indication if you can hear me on YouTube. Let me know as well. And then just in the chat box, I want you to give me a number. How many times would you like to go through the platinum board? How many times would you like to go through the platinum board? It's a very interesting question, and just answer honestly. So you can lie in the chat box, but answer honestly in your mind, because it'll actually give you an indication of how much you truly believe in this or not. So now I'm going to get like hundreds and 50s and 70s, but I want you just to be honest with yourself deep down. Hello from OBS. All right. We're going to get some numbers at some stage. How many times do you want to go through the platinum board, and how many times do you believe you will? How many times do you believe you will go through the platinum board? Last time we spoke, I spoke about the 5 most important inner game aspects of successful people. I'm going to give them to you quickly as we move in further and further. 1, I work for the best company on earth. 2, our products are world class. 3, I am enough. I know what to do. That's what we're working on here. I know what to do. I know how to approach people. I know how to get people joining. Number 4, I know the unique selling proposition, and I'm able to express it in a way that makes sense to my friend or my prospect, right? And the last one, I believe my prospect is better off having bought from me. In other words, 8. All right, I've got 1 answer so far, 8. Have we got some in the private chat here? Come on, guys. Chris, you tell us as well. Kens, you tell us. Vinesh, you tell us. Jenny, you tell us. Jenny, I'm missing Mia today. I've asked Chris to find her, and then she's not coming on, and it's just not the same. So tell us how many times. All right, very good. Foxy lady can't hear anymore. So, right, let's go. I want you to. So Vinesh and I have done nicely in 6 weeks now. I think it is. I think we're on the silver. And we've both off the bronze, and I think we've created 7 legends already. My favorite story is my maid, my maid Sarah. It's my favorite story right now. I told her about it, and she said, "Oh, I like the Umlungu Stokvel. This is good, the white Stokvel, right? I know it's not a Stokvel, Chris. Don't shout at me. I know that's what she said, right?" And then she came here and she gave me her money, and we signed her up, and then she brought her daughter and a friend. And the board's just split. It's so interesting. Oh, this thing's got some spiritual stuff moving through this board. This reflects life. My maid got through quickly, and other people are sitting waiting. Anyway, she's been paid twice. She's on our Legends WhatsApp group, and she's been exposed to just a different bunch of people with different concepts, and it's just stunning. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a lovely story? And really, that's what this is about. And I didn't gift her the position. She came with her money. I made her pay because I suggested to people on my group, when you legend, resist the temptation to give away positions and give people positions. Make them pay. Then they've got skin in the game, and they're fully committed. As Vinesh said earlier, you've got to be fully committed. I think part of my success is I'm 100% in. I'm fully in. I'm fully in. That's why I nodded. I am a co-founder. I was in the ether with you, Oaks, just waiting on the sideline, like waiting to be born. But I was there. So I don't care. I'm a co-founder. I'm only in that spot right now, and I've got the same vision and the same enthusiasm. So let's go, ladies and gents. Why do we want to do this? You know what? So firstly, may I suggest that, can I have permission to be your coach tonight? Can I have permission to push some buttons? All right, very good. So I'll take it as a yes because you're here. You can only complain about a slow board if you've brought in 2 that have brought in 2. So that's a start. If you go, oh, my board's slow, right? Have you brought in two? That's brought in two. Otherwise, you have no right to complain. Chris, hands, am I on the right track? It's just like, and you know, ladies and gents, you know what the best way to get a slow board moving? Bring one that brings two. It's simple. Bring one. So take control. It's personal responsibility. Just take control. If you're sitting there going, Stephen put this person on my board and they're doing nothing. I don't know. When I help other people, I don't know who's slow and fast. I don't know who's going to fire and who isn't. I just go, I'm selfish. Ladies and gents, I'm selfish. I've got a couple of, so Vinesh went in, I went in, then we've got a business one, my daughter's in, his daughter's in. So then we just look at the boards. We go, where's the next person's coming in? Where's the obvious place to put, the best place to put that person in? Right. I don't know if they're going to be fast or slow or fall off or fall asleep or go like a rocket. I just trust. So, and then the boards just move this thing. It's very, very lovely. So here we go. So take personal control. And that's really what we're trying to do. Now, if you've got your two, have got their two, you can sit back and just enjoy the ride. I think that over time, you will become legend. You'll get your 8. You'll take the first 4, put them on the next, and the last one, put in into the perpetual. It'll happen. And so actually they're no slow boards, they're just frustrated legends, right? They're just people who are frustrated, it's not going as fast as they would like, that's all. They're no slow boards really. In time and on time, that board will move. There's a 99.999% reoccurring chance you'll get your money back even if you don't bring anyone in. Sorry, Chris, I know that's not a teaching we like, but that's the truth. You'll probably get your money back. You just won't be able to move on and get the big money at the end there. So, ladies and gents, here we go. What I would like you to do, so this is going to be a bit of a working session, and I'm going to ask you just to get your phone, get it out right now, and then don't go to WhatsApp. Go to your contacts. Go to your contacts. So this is going to be a working session right now. I think I took about 20 minutes to get 100 names, and I was telling Vinesh today I ended at D. So I must have 1,000 names easily because, listen, some of them I did leave off. You know, some people I'm not that friendly with right now, so I didn't bother with them. But can you go to your cell phone, to your contacts, and let's just for tonight, I'm going to go to D and go where I ended off last time. And if you don't believe me, I've got it right here. I can show you. There's my 100 names. Those of you on the other group, actually they're about 110 now, because when you search for someone with the same name comes up. Then I send them a message. Hey, I was looking for Sally, but you came up. Do you believe in signs? And they go, yes, I do. Well, that's a sign. Yeah, I want to tell you about something interesting. So, do you believe in signs? Yeah, well, I'm your sign. Here we go. Sometimes it works, Jenny. Other times it doesn't. So here's a thought for you just when you're working through this. I message people and I offer them this beautiful blessing, but I'm not attached to the outcome. I'm not attached to the outcome. We're in sales, right? We sell sales training. I was with a customer the other day doing my thing, and I said to them, you know, guys, I'm not attached to the outcome of this meeting. If you use me, I would love that, and if you don't, I don't mind. I'm not attached because I know deeper than me, I have an inner belief. And it comes from years ago. Stephen, you will always have money. Stephen, and this is one of my massive affirmations. Whenever I'm feeling a little bit, where's the money? I just go, Stephen, you will always have money. And there's such certainty inside me. You will always have money. Okay. So and it's so interesting. At the end of the month, I go, oh, and then somehow or other the money comes in, right? Beautiful, other beautiful affirmation, right? Making money is easy. Money flows to me easily, quickly, continuously, and in large amounts, often from unexpected sources. You know what happened to me this month? Another thing, I won't tell you, I'm not going to try and cross market here, but somebody phoned me to say that thing I worked on 2 years ago, the commissions finally come in, there's 12,000 Rand for you. That 12,000 may not be a lot to you or me or whatever, but it helps. It pays, you can upsize some Mackie D's, right? With 12 Rand. So it came from a totally unexpected source. I went, thank you very much. I'm not surprised because I've asked for that. Unexpected sources. So now this is also an unexpected source of income, right? So my daughter's a legend at the moment. Hey, unexpectedly, people come in. Very nice. Come in. Unexpected sources. That's coming in all the time. Right. How you doing? I'm talking. How you doing on your list? Mr. Maharaj, I'm your accountability partner today. Have you written down 20 names? Chris, you got to lead by example, my good sir. You are the real leader of leaders. Cans, have you, is it Cans or Candice? Have you, oh, thank you very much. Very good. Have you got your list?
I've got my list. It's just not with me now, but I've got it. What I wanted to say and bring up, because there's a lot of people that have experienced people removing themselves, space fillers, finally be gone. Gone, off you go. So now what we've got is space. And everyone's going, oh my gosh, what are we going to do with all the space? What are we going to do now? And it happened with one of my mom's boards. My mom's bronze board, she's the legend. Her one friend, shame she got 3 people, but her one friend is a guard. And then there's a stranger on the other side that's a guard. That's all that's left. That is all that is left on that board. But you know what I see? I see opportunity. You know why? Because I didn't have the opportunity to put the people that I wanted to on that board. We got cross-pollinated in the beginning. And now, guess what? I've got one of my own boards where I did exactly what Stephen and Vinesh were talking about. I put people on when I was a legend, and I put people onto that board. Some of them gifted, some of them were sponsored. But because I was legend, and then the guides and builders were space fillers, and I spun off that board, I left my whole team with space fillers. And there was a massive gap in communication, and we didn't really go anywhere. So now guess what I've done? I've said, you know what? I don't want to worry about that account. What I do want to worry about is my mom's account, because here's an opportunity where I can put 4 gifters that I brought into the 4 builder positions. They are all so excited to come back together and to start fresh with new energy on the board. They already have their people lined up. We've just got to do it strategically, and I'll do a little video on how to build back better. Those famous words. But it's really exciting. So if you are on a board and you feel like you're all alone, you've got 2 choices. You can quit and start again and join somebody else, or you can bring people that you know will help you succeed and get you to that platinum board. So that's what I'm doing. So not only are we having the challenge of putting names on a list and getting in touch with people, but we've got the challenge of building our boards the way that we would like to see. And you know what? The other lady that's on the board that I don't know, she's got a voice all of a sudden. She's been quiet for the last 6 months. I didn't even know. I thought that she was also going to be gone. But she's excited to be there. And I said, I'll do whatever I can to bring everyone on this board. And when you're a legend, get and do the same. So, I just want everyone to be excited about that. There is so much opportunity in so many negative things. You just have to choose to look at it that way.
100%. Thank you for that, Kenzo. So when there's a void, it just needs to be filled. Simple as that. It's natural law. It's just opening a place for something better to come in. And that's beautiful. Thank you for that. Very good. So ladies and gents, so have you all written down some names? Have you added to your list? And then, so here's the next thought that Chris and I had is, who would be interested in being held accountable or having an accountability group, a nice gentle one, right? It's like held accountable sounds so hectic, but like a nice gentle group, just with people who are working the 30-day challenge, and where we can interact and just post, take photos of our lists, or say, today I added 20 to the list, and I sent off 10, and I've got 3, and I've signed up 1, just that kind of vibe, and where we can just, it's almost like, people who are really committed to this. So I read a message earlier on another group, the other group just saying, why are we doing this? And if you don't want to do it, then, well, you wouldn't be here. So I know I'm talking to everyone, but if you don't want to do it that way, it's fine. It's not the same for everyone. So who would like to, can we have a yes in the chat boxes on YouTube? And then what we're going to do is I'll share a link, and I don't know, Chris, if this can go there, how we get this link onto that other one, but we've got an accountability group that you can just click on that link and join that way. And then let's just chat. There's no real leaders. We're all leaders. We're just helping each other and giving each other ideas. etc., etc. So yeah, here's the next idea. Oh, and by the way, I still love this one. It still works for me. Somebody WhatsApps me, we have a long chat, and then right at the end, I just go, oh, by the way, have you heard about Gift of Legacy yet? Beautiful sentence. It's a beautiful, beautiful sentence. And I want to share with you, and I know it's a little bit controversial, but we're all adults, right? We're all adults and we have different paths and we do different things and we experience different stuff and we hoy things in different ways. But I told Chris the other day, on Sunday, I signed up my brother-in-law. We were signed up is a strong word, I know, forgive me for that, but that's just what I say. So we're at a braai and I'm telling him, I'm so excited. I'm telling him about Sarah, my charm, my domestic worker. And he's all excited. And he's on the link and he's signing up there. But ladies and gents, we're drunk. We drank. Okay, we're tipsy. But so we're drunk. Okay, we're drunk. I don't know how we got email addresses in it, but you know what? So I'm always just offering it. And Vinesh will tell you, one of our biggest deals when we did work for FNB, I met Marlon at a party, at a braai. Marlon from FNB, the chief of the call center.
FNB Connect.
Yeah, thank you. FNB Connect call center. We signed him up drunk, and I think there was some of that green stuff involved. I don't know, like the salad dressing, the green salad. We were zonked. Biggest year, we made 600,000 rand out of that deal. So, ladies and gents, yeah, it was big. Always be selling, and when you're enthusiastic about, like alcohol lowers your willpower and all of that. I think it brings out the real you sometimes. So sometimes there's a fight in every bottle. Sometimes there's a womanizer in every bottle. Sometimes there's a lekker happier. But you know what? It brings out the real you sometimes. And sometimes it's just, hey, have you heard about Gift of Legacy? I'm so excited about this shit. I'm so happy to be part of a business, of a community that are empowering millions of people internationally and giving me a six-digit income. Isn't it beautiful? Empowering people all over the world. So that's what we're trying to do. All we're doing with the 30-day challenge, Chris, tell me if I'm right or wrong, is we are offering to bless people and make a decision. And we're not attached to the outcome. Doesn't matter. Most of them will say no. Otherwise, I'd have 100 already, right? Most of them will say no. You're waiting for that person. You know what the magic sentence is? Tell me if I'm wrong. This is a no-brainer. Huh? When they come back, gosh, they've looked at Chris's doodly. They've said, this is a no-brainer. When they come back with that, the deal's done. They're in. You go, yeah, it's a no-brainer. You're absolutely right. And help them along. So the next thing you need to do is write a little WhatsApp message. So mine says something like, hey John, long time no chat, because very often I haven't chatted to them for long. I've recently become part of a gifting community. I sometimes say, I actually don't think this is for you, but I'd like to give you the opportunity to decide for yourself. It's nice and upfront. And then, would you watch a 3-minute video? They go, yeah, sure. Send off the video. Send off Chris's doodly, sorry, and then just wait. So that's that's really what we're after. So can we do that now? Listen, we've got 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes or so. So can we just quickly work on a message, on a WhatsApp message, and then Chris, was there some way of getting that WhatsApp group onto the YouTube link somehow?
I'll figure it out. Give me a second.
Very good. I think I WhatsApped it to you earlier as well, if you want to get it there. So can you all, so this is a working session as well as Motivation Monday. If you'd like to get a little bit more traction on your board, I've sent out, what did I say? I've written down about 110 names. I think I sent out 63 messages. I've had about 18 people say yes, they'll watch it. And I've had one person who's joined up because of that. Those are good stats. So it kind of says every 68 messages I send out, I'll probably get one person. So I'll make it 70. I'll make it 80. I'll make it 100. Every 100. Those Those are good stats. I need to send 1,000, Jenny, to get my 100 people, right? So listen, Vinesh, now we're tracking at around 16. I think so. We're 16% there in 6 weeks. Not bad. It's not bad. I'm very happy with that. Very proud of us. It's all cool. No rush. Why hang around and wait for other people to do it? We're just helping everyone. Why go through the board once when you can go through twice? All right, so have you all got your messages? Have you got your little WhatsApp messages? Oh, can you go to WhatsApp quickly? And the last person that you spoke to, just go to WhatsApp now quickly. It's as simple as go to WhatsApp. The last person you spoke that's on there that doesn't know about this, that you haven't approached. Just scroll until you get there. So and then send them a quick message. Send them this message. Yeah, just go, oh, by the way, have you heard of Gift of Legacy yet? You've got to put the yet, because then it's beautiful NLP language for there'll come a time when you will, so you might as well now, right? Have you heard about Gift of Legacy yet? And then there's different kinds of motivation. So I sent it to Ivan yesterday, and then I sent him a message today. Bud, please jump on. You will love this ride. I just asked him directly, jump on, you'll love this, because I know him. He'll love this stuff. When I connected to Nikki, I know she's done this before. She loves this stuff. I sent her a message. I've got something to share with you. I know you're going to love it. It's powerful. Not like I'm already telling them how to react. But it's partially because I know her and partially because she trusts me. We're in a relationship, right? I tell her upfront, you're going to love this. I can't wait to tell you about it. And she did, and she does, and she's loving it. Right, so will you send that message to one or two of the last people? Oh, by the way, have you heard of Gift of Legacy yet? Question mark. And then you know the drill from there. It's simple. Right, and then have you all made a message? So why don't you share your messages in the chat box? And just checking if you guys are working, or if you're messing around, or if you just wanted a break from your spouse, right? So you said, I'm on a Zoom, and then you went into the other room because you just wanted a break. I know, faking Zooms, I know what happens here. So please join the accountability group. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, Larice is there already. Larice, can you hoy the link there as well, the WhatsApp link? Don't close your eyes at me. You are not my wife in this lifetime. All right, very good. She's shuffling between the two. Yes, ma'am.
Where do you want the link?
On the YouTube channel. There you said, please join the accountability group. Where was that?
The link is there. It mustn't be there. Carry on. Sorry, carry on.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, very good. Now you know why she works for me, because she bosses me around. There we go. All right, so, there we go. All right, Krista, that's cool. I invited 10 people today that my very clever and cute mind, I'm sure, won't say yes. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love your clever and your cute mind. I love that, Krista. I love that self-esteem there. That's beautiful. You are absolutely correct, and I'm sure everything is cute and clever. So I love that. We did that the last time, and it actually worked. You send it to, it's a beautiful exercise, Chris. You send it to 5 or 10 people that you don't think will join. And you tell them, I don't think you'll join, but have a look at this anyway. And then you're surprised. One person joined that just surprised me. And they were on. It was Sepiso. Remember last time she was on. All right, very good. All right, very good. Can anyone post? I'm not going to reply to that one. Can anyone post their message, their WhatsApp message to their friends? So something like, hey, John, it's been a while. I was thinking of you the other day. I joined this gifting community and I'm finding it very interesting. If I send you a 3-minute video, would you watch it quickly? Something like that. And then let's send them off. Let's send 5 off. Right, so I've got my list. We've got 10 minutes, and then Chris, I'll hand back to you. Let's go. So I'm going to I'm going to find my message. So I'm just finding my message. Where we've got to go a little bit down to, there we go, Peter Bolgan, right? I'm just going to copy, right, copy, right, who's the next person? Ryan Brown, all right, Ryan Brown, here we come. Ladies and gents, we were listening to Robin Banks just before this. There's a kind of an overlap. Oh, I've already sent it to him. Oh, but it's an old one. I'm going to send him a new one because he didn't reply. This time he's going to reply. So we were listening to Robin Banks before that, and he said the most successful people make decisions. They make decisions. Do you know how people procrastinate? We're dealing with a salesperson on Friday. I said, all right, I met with her. We went through stuff. I said, right, I need you to spend 2 hours phoning the lists, keeping notes, and then and let's see how it goes. I want to know how many people you called, how many people answered, and what the outcomes were. So at 4 o'clock, hey, how's it going? Oh, no, we've got load shedding. Okay. Monday, today, I go, hey, how's it going? No, I'm just completing my list. And I'm going, no, you're going to be jobless. Make a decision and get on to it. Like, get the stuff done. Now, my wife's over here thinking, yeah, but you don't do that with the dishes and you don't do that with the stuff you hold down next to your bed. I know, so it's got to be high in your values. It's got to be high in your values to, there's a little John DeMartiniism in there, right? It's got to be high in your values for you to actually do it. And this is why I love this stuff. Absolutely love it. Right, so that was Ryan. I pick Ryan off over there. Right, Bridget. This is how you do it, Bridget. I know that Chris said, or somebody said, Bridget Sutton. All right, very good. Oh, that one's already done. Oh, Jomari. See, now I was looking for Bridget, and I found Jomari. Very nice. Okay, here we go. So we just send, and then we make a note. Jomari. So that's why my list's automatically getting bigger and bigger, because I keep finding more and more people. Oh, Lizelle, very good. All right, it just brings up more people. Then I just move Lizelle. That was the crazy Lizelle we met in Pretoria, Vinesh. She danced around the place. She was quite cute as well. Right, very good, very good. Let's go. Okay, so ladies and gents, that's me for today. I hope it makes some sense. I hope that we'll get some people joining the accountability group. Let's have a look. And with that, I'm going to hand back to the co-founder, Chris.
Mr. Steven. And I'll hand over to my wingman as well, another co-creator. No, listen, we just custodians of a program that we had a hand help putting it together, and we've worked our asses off in the background to bring this beautiful community together. And like I said before, we've been through a couple of speed bumps over the last 9 months, and let me tell you something: the system is ready. The system is ready, and we can be taking this to the next level. I'm beyond excited, and it's all about getting some new enthusiasm and excitement. You talk about, you hear the concept of new blood. Why new blood? Blood is what keeps a body healthy, and to do a cleanup and get rid of the old, you want to do like a blood transfusion. You want to take old, unhealthy blood out of a body before you can put good, healthy blood into a system. And like Stephen said just now, there's so many things that relate to gifted legacy from a natural energy and a natural flow point of view. And it goes right back to nature. And we talk about the concept of animals. You get what you call culling. Now, you might think of the word culling and think, oh my word, that is so scary. But culling is a normal thing in nature, total normal thing in nature. There's the weak and the old, and the problem is that can hold back a whole herd to the detriment of an entire, basically a species. And there's a natural selection, and to keep the herd healthy, some of them have to go, and then there's new offspring that come, and then thoroughbreds get born, and that just enables the health of a very very healthy herd. So that's what we sort of going through right now. We've got we're going through a process where we're cleaning up the boards, making everything absolutely beautiful, the way things are meant to be. And this is now we're ready for that springboard. We're now birthing. We're birthing GL. So I'm going to hand over to my wingman quickly to close off. And then I think we've got 4 minutes. Kate, over to you.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I mean, we've been doing this for a long time. Chris and I brought all of our invitees over to Gift of Legacy for free as a gift. So then we spent the last couple of months trying to make sure that it is not a pyramid scheme, and it is not MLM, and it's not a Ponzi scheme. So we've spent the last 9 months making sure that it's as sustainable as it can be. Have we lost quite a few people in the process? Yes, of course we have. And I was saying to Chris the other day, when you get a puppy for Christmas, the kids are so excited and they promise they're going to feed that puppy every day and they play with it and they're so excited and everyone loves the puppy. And then the puppy called Gift of Legacy became a big dog. And nobody wanted to play with the dog anymore. So you know what this dog's doing? This dog's going to find new bones and find new families to play with because it works. Gift of Legacy works. And I'm not going to allow a couple of boards that I'm on where space fillers are on, or if people aren't logging into their account once a month. I don't want to bring people onto Gift of Legacy that it's too much to log into your account once a month. Gift of Legacy is never going to be an investment. It's never been sold as an investment. It's never been spoken about as an investment. It is an activity. You need to be actively involved in creating your abundance. So anybody that thought they're just going to gift their $100 unconditionally and sit back and wait for something to happen, you're going to be waiting a very long time. I'm not saying it's never going to happen, but you're going to be waiting a very long time. So, get motivated. Only you can do this. And the reason why I'm not joining Chris and Vinesh and Stephen is because I want to set the example and I want to show you that I can do it too. We are all capable of doing this, every single one of us, because it's not about who we've joined or what team we're belonging to. It's about who we really and truly bring in. And like the guy said earlier, if the 2 people that you've chosen don't work out, there's 8 billion other people in the world. And fresh, new blood, people that don't know about gifting, those are the ones that we want. Those are the lives we want to change. So I'm committed to starting over, really. And even with the people that have joined, that have kind of lost their fire, I'm going to connect with them. And even if they're not in my team anymore, I still brought them into Gift of Legacy. And I know that this works. And I'm willing to stand in the face of any adversity now. If people want to talk about Google, that's what I wanted to mention. I've been sitting here thinking, what do I normally put in a WhatsApp message? What do I normally put in a WhatsApp message? And I call out Google straight away. I say, this is Linktree. This is everything that you need to know. And if you are tempted by Googling it, you are going to find terrible things about us. Why? Because we are not on mainstream media and we've chosen not to be. In hindsight, maybe we should have looked at that better, but it doesn't matter because the bad reviews are there. And for Vinesh and for Stephen, their pictures aren't on those reviews. Mine and Chris's pictures are on those reviews, but we're still going strong and we're not giving up because those are the sieves. If people are going to Google and trust somebody that they don't know versus you, then Google helped you eliminate someone that was not going to grow with you in the first place. So thank Google, because it saves you time and it saves you the hassle of getting them to legend on the bronze board and then they get to silver and then they just don't want to do it anymore. Google saved you that. So I love Google, but I call it out. I say, look, if you're going to Google it, don't waste your time. You're not going to find anything great about it. Google Bitcoin, you'll find the same. you know, and I just put it out there because then at least they know. So many people send me a news article or a YouTube video and think that I haven't seen it yet, you know, like they're the first person that's going to show me this bad review about me. So we just have to laugh at it and carry on. Gift of Legacy works, and Stephen and Vinesh have come in at 9 months old, and they are creating a legacy, and they are shining examples of what we want to see and the change that we want to be. So I am on that 30-day challenge, and I'm doing it in the best way that I can, that suits me. And am I going to get 100 people at the end of the week? Probably not, but I'm going to be building relationships. I'm going to be coming out of my coma and connecting with people. And for me, that's good enough right now. So I really challenge you to do the same for whatever works for you, even if it's just a baby step. Even if you start writing that list tomorrow, we've got to start somewhere. And it's got to start with you, with everything.
Oh, thank you, Wingman. That was absolutely awesome. That was absolutely awesome. Yeah, like you say, you know, us on the website, it's so amazing. It's shame all you did was your salon was called Mirrors, Mirrors Hair Salon, and they link you to Mirror Trading. I mean, how's that? Really?
Smokes and mirrors.
Talk about digging the bottom of the barrel. Come on. You know what's so funny is these people that say horrible things about us. If you read between the lines, these guys that get paid about they get paid about 10 to 15,000 US dollars a month to write shit about every single people, company under the sun. And all they're doing is trying to get people into their own affiliate program. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. I mean, that is so manipulative and people fall for it. But you know what? In life, it's all about you get truth and you get perception. And you know what? We know our truth. Otherwise, we wouldn't still be here. We wouldn't be here night after night, helping everybody. This is our passion. This is our life. We wouldn't still be here. We know our truth. And unfortunately, sometimes perception can overrule the truth for a moment of time. But you know what? The light always wins. The light always wins and the light always shines through. And I love what Ken said just now. It's like sifting, you know, it's like a little sifting tool. You always got to keep that in place because this is not for everyone. This is for like-minded and like-hearted people. So, guys, everybody that took the time out for Motivation Monday, thank you so much for your time. It was awesome sharing the space with you guys. And I'll have the recording out during the course of tomorrow. And then the lineup, obviously, we've got a presentation tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'm going to be doing some really cool training, a little cat out the bag. Should I tell people what I'm going to talk about, Cans? Yeah, why not?
We've got a big announcement as well to make, which we nearly forgot.
Oh, shit, yes. Oh, my word. Yikes. When should we tell people now quickly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody was till the end of the call. Well done. We've got a surprise for you.
Okay, guys. There's a thing that's just it's been deployed already, or not yet? Okay. Tomorrow. Okay, first thing tomorrow. On your boards, you can have what you call a peak function, and you're probably thinking, what is a peak function, guys? How many times as a person you're still on the bronze board and you've received maybe 3 gifts. Now, what do? You go and press join. Now, why did you do that? Because you are curious. Human beings are curious. Curiosity killed the cat. That's why I like to call it cat out the bag, because of the curiosity. And guess what happens when you go and join the board, but you don't have the money? You contact the legend. Shame, this poor legend. Imagine what it feels like. You see this gifter coming on and you reckon, yippee, there we go, I'm receiving a gift. Just to be told, oops, sorry, I pressed join by accident. Please remove me. How soul destroying that is. Oh, my word. So guess what, guys? We have put something in place for all the curious cats, all the curious kittens in GL, because there's a lot. Check it, Laurie's hand up. it's human nature, guys, and we've realized that. So what will happen is Cans is going to make a video tomorrow, short video explaining how it works. Basically, instead of the join button, it's going to go peek. And peek means that you will see the board that you are going to go onto. And you can, and if you decide, hey, I like the people, I like the playground here, there's some cool playmates, let me come play. Guess what? Then you press join, and then you can go play there. But if you go on there and you go, okay, I just wanted to see what it looks like, what the board looks like, but you're not ready yet, you just don't join the board. You just go back to where you are, and then you can peek at any given time and see how the board has moved or changed or that type of thing. But then when you are ready to join, you just click join. So so that's going to alleviate a lot of what's the word? False hopes, should I say? Alleviate false hopes. So now you can peek, guys. Curiosity button. I'm going to call it the curiosity button. So, guys, that's going to be launched during the course of tomorrow. So we'll send that out in the airwaves. Like I say, we're always trying to be innovative. We listen. When the community speak to us, we get the feedback from people and we act on it, and we just help make this, the best program ever. And Angela, Petra, Tim, Alan, they're all going to be on the calls. We're just having less calls at the moment, so we kind of like we on a roster. I spoke to Alan last week. Alan will be back soon, so. Yeah, all the guys are going to be here. All the guys will be here. Don't you worry.
Yeah, and Tim's normally with us on a Tuesday. He's just not with us tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got Melissa and Tandy, and then Petra and Angela are very busy with new jobs that they got, so taking a lot of their time in the evenings. But they are around. They're still in the community, and we're still one big happy family. So peak, very, very exciting. I will send out a video. It'll probably go onto a YouTube live, because that's what I do now. If ever I've got a quick announcement to make, I record it on YouTube live. Then it's there. Then I let Chris know, quickly categorize it, and then it's there for everyone to see. So as soon as I wake up, if it's deployed, I will do a recording and just explain all of that. And please make sure that you are logging into your accounts at least once a day. Once a month is ridiculous. Once a month, what are you doing if you're only logging in once a month? So make sure that you are logging in, keep connected. You will get your first warning after 14 days of not logging in, and then after another 7 days, then 48 hours before the time, they're going to ask you via email if you'd like to quit, because now it's 3 emails that you've ignored, and hopefully by that time you would have logged in. And if it does ask you if you've quit, you've actually got to log in, click on your name, and then just reactivate if your name is in a red square. So please make sure to do that. And if you do find yourself on a board all alone and you don't feel like you want to start from scratch, get on the groups, start connecting with people, see if you can join other people. Let's just come together as a community and build. I mean, I always think of a tsunami or an earthquake. If you think of what's going on in the world, once those storms have come through, everybody gets together and they start one step at a time to rebuild the communities and see what the communities need. And this is exactly what we're doing here. We are getting rid of the dead weight so that we can come back and build stronger. Have a beautiful evening. Have a wonderful week. Thank you, Stephen and Vinesh and Jenny and Laurice and Wingman. Thank you for everything. We love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Cheers, guys. Love you all. Cheers.